Clint Eastwood was working with someone, a first-time director. It was day one, and I think it's Clint, it might have been Tommy Lee Jones, one of the tough old guys. And he steps out of his trailer, and the director says, "So, Mr. Eastwood, I just want to tell you, this character you're playing, he's going into this, and what do you think about this?" He goes, "Whoa, hey kid, here's what I'm going to allow you to say to me." Faster, slower, louder, softer. That's it. And you know what? That's a good thing to remember. Those are 4 great notes. And sometimes, that's all you need.
One of the reasons I was really excited to have you here is because we've been talking a lot about ways in which filmmakers have had to really adapt to a changing world. And I use your name so often when I talk about that because I feel like you're really somebody who saw the change and jumped ahead of it and really made it work for you.
If I gamble on the traditional theatrical release, which means we're gonna open in New York and LA, probably 1 theater in each town. I had a big enough cast where I knew, Selma Blair is going to be able to go on Conan, Deborah Messing is going to be able on the Today Show. We'll have that moment where you get a weekend of press. People from coast to coast will hear about this film, but if they don't live in New York and LA, they're not going to be able to see the movie until it comes out on DVD, and at that time, the window was about 9 months. My audience is in the suburbs, and they don't have access to the movies because there either isn't an art house theater or the movie wouldn't get there. All of these things, I thought, all right, we've got to try and do something different with this release. So I said, what about iTunes? Why don't we call up iTunes and say, look, we'll give you this movie exclusively. I knew it would be a good thing because no one else had done it. So I'm thinking also, the producer and me, I want to generate some press for the film. If I'm the first film ever to come out on iTunes exclusively, that's a story. Here's what I want you to think about. If you go VOD, which is movies on demand, if anybody doesn't know, now you do, but when we first started having these conversations in 2009, people didn't know. Here's the difference. Your movie opens theatrically in New York and LA, and the handful of people who like my shit in New York will go, and the 3 people who like my stuff in LA, they'll go. Or all those people who live in the burbs are going to be sitting at home, and when you go on Jimmy Fallon, you can say, after they show the clip, hey, and if you like this movie, click over to your Movies on Demand channel and buy the movie right now. And you can be in 45 million homes that way.
The way you build your audience and make your audience feel included in your process is really special and specific.
500 true fans who really felt a special connection to you so that you don't always have to be talking about it. They can be doing some of the work for you. The movie, at one point, broke the top 25 on the movie sale chart, the movie rental chart. So I tweeted out, hey, the little tiny movie is in the top 25. Help me spread the word and let's get it into the top 20. By the end of the night, it had gotten to number 5. Wow. And there were only 2 indie films in the top 25, Winter's Bone and Nice Guy Johnny. Everything else was studio films. But we were like, well, you know what? We can't afford to make a poster. Let's do a poster contest. Send it out to Twitter. Anybody out there in art school want to make a poster for the movie? It's called Newlyweds. It's about a couple and they just got married. Run with it. So we got, 80 posters. We set up a website, posted them, said, all right, vote for your favorite posters. And that kid who won got to come to the premiere of the film.
How do you approach directing, knowing so much about what it's like to be directed? And what works for you, both in front and behind the camera?
I thought that film directing meant you need to be directing your actors after every take. And I was definitely a little guilty of stepping in, giving notes, never gave a line reading, but sometimes very specific. On that line, do you think you could do this or that? But after the Spielberg experience, I was like, all right, well, I love this experience as an actor. So I'm going to adopt this. We had a scene, and I had never really done this before in any of my films, where you let an actor improvise. We had a scene in the movie where we're looking through some dog tags, trying to find Ryan's dog tag. And as scripted, we're shooting it, and Steven's not happy. And he's like, all right, cut. Guys, do me a favor. I'm not gonna roll camera, I'm just gonna record you guys. Improvise a version of this same scene. You know, it starts here, you know we need to get here, like just, I don't care how long it is, just improvise, play it. So we play and he records, he goes, oh, that's some good stuff, I like that one, I like this. Gives it to the screenwriter and says, you know, let's shoot this after lunch. Go listen to this and take the best bits. And then we come back after lunch and we get these new pages, and he goes, you know, kind of stick with that, but still keep that vibe you had while you were improvising. And we did that, and the scene was so much better. So I was like, all right, don't mess with your actors, let them play. So the next movie I make is this movie called Sidewalks of New York. And I get very lucky in that I get to work with Stanley Tucci. And Stanley is one of those great actors who knows how to improvise within a scene. You know, the scene starts here, it ends here, you know there are a couple of, you know, bits of information that the audience needs for our story to move forward. But, you know, I did, let's say, you know, again, hands off, let the actors do 2, 3, 4 takes. If I got it, I would say nothing. You know, perfect, we got it. You know, some of the younger actors, kind of like, you know, who I was, what, you don't have anything? I was like, no, you were great. You know, or, you know, faster is always a good note. You know, just go, come on, do one without all the pauses, just see what it feels like, and that's always the take you use.